the perfect operating system doesn't exist. And as a coach who supported founders and their teams in evolving their ways of working, and as I've spent most of my career dedicated to alternative ways of working, I can tell you firsthand that there is no such thing as a perfect operating system. I'm afraid you're spending a lot of energy and time trying to find a holy grail that simply isn't out there. In this video, I want to share some approaches that will help you on the journey of creating an operating system that will support both your team and your business, so that you don't have to feel like a square peg in a round hole. First of all, let's just honor where you're at right now. As a founder, you're probably feeling frustrated about how things are in your business. Maybe you're feeling like things aren't very effective, let alone creative. And you know that what lies between where you are now and where you want to be is that you need a better way of working. And what you might be doing is looking at all of these different operating systems and models, trying to find one that's going to be the perfect fit for your business and your team and where you want to go. But the reality is a lot of these systems are what we call off the shelf. They're things that we kind of implement in a very prescriptive manner. The challenge is with any off-the-shelf system, we have to understand that it was designed and created within its own context, a context of its industry and also the cultural context that it sits within. Let's take as an example the lean approach. This originated in the manufacturing industry and specifically in the cultural context of Japan. So while you may try to adopt this as a system, there might be gaps and bits that don't quite fit the unique context of your business, which means there won't be a manual for those bits. Now, I get it. As a founder and as a person simply existing in this world that we live in, where everything is so overwhelming and we're tired and we're exhausted and the choice is endless, sometimes we just want someone to tell us what to do and give us something off the shelf to fix all of our problems. I mean, that's kind of the culture we've slightly become. But as you and I both know, this isn't how we learn and how we grow. And it's exactly that, an off-the-shelf product that was made for the masses, not for you. So here's what I want you to think about instead. Rather than trying to overhaul the entire system all at once, which is both overwhelming for you and your team, I want you to just pick one area, one simple experiment of something that is safe to try right now that will help you move forward. This could be something as simple as your meeting structures. We're only going to learn by doing, because that is where we get the feedback of what's working and what's not working. So all of this talking, all of this research, to me as a coach is an indication that we're fearful and doubting the approaches, and actually it's just procrastination because we're not taking any action. I also want to encourage you to get out there and speak to other founders that have adopted particular models that have piqued your interest, and even founders within your industry, to learn what they're doing differently. The reason I say this is because as founders, and even in the businesses that we sit in, we can be very insular and not want to share or talk or collaborate. But actually we can learn so much when we open ourselves up to others who are maybe a few steps ahead of us. A final caveat that I do want to share is that while I don't believe there is a perfect system out there that will fit your business beautifully like a glove, I do want you to remember that even just starting with one system and experimenting with that can help you quickly learn. So even taking an off-the-shelf product like holacracy or sociocracy or any of the other models that you've discovered and just giving it a try, you will learn so much more and be able to shapeshift and realize what you do and don't like, rather than staying in this state of inaction. So while it might not be the perfect fit, at least you will learn something and you will discover the gaps for yourself. And that in itself is part of the journey. I hope that this video has helped you think differently about your operating system, and I'd love to hear in the comments below which particular systems you're thinking about integrating. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.